LG has just unveiled the new LG G4. We knew a little bit about it, but now we've gotten our hands on it, so let's go take a look. And this is it, the new LG G4, and if it looks familiar, it should. LG has kept the same styling it had with the G3. It's still got a 5.5-inch IPS LCD display, and all the physical buttons are on the back of the phone, so we've been there, done that. And while it's easy to look at the specs and look at the phone and pass them both off as a minor iteration of last year's model, once you actually hold the G4, you start to get a sense for what's new this time around. And LG is singing the praises of this display with its quantum dot technology. Now, the short version of that is that these quantum dots, which really made their commercial debut earlier this year in the brand new 4K televisions, make colors appear truer to life than never before. Put it side by side with the also excellent Galaxy S6, as LG was quick to show us, and you can see that at work. Under the hood this time around is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 808 processor, and for those who worry about such things, it's kind of an interesting move because the 808 is the little brother to the 810, which LG has already used this year in the G Flex 2. But the 810 has been, to put it mildly, a bit controversial with overheating problems that have led to some fairly significant throttling of overall performance, at least as far as benchmarking is concerned. But in talking to LG, you really get the sense that the 808 is the processor that has been preparing for the G4 this entire time. We'll just have to see how it pans out. Paired with the 808 are 3 GB of RAM, and the phone comes with 32 GB of onboard storage. And there's still the extra storage with a microSD card, and yes, the 3000 mAh battery is still removable. Wireless charging is out though, unless you get one of LG's optional folio cases. And the phone doesn't have the full quick charge features that we've been enjoying on so many other devices, but hey, you can always just buy a spare battery. The camera is another big differentiator this year, and while we need to get out and shoot with it some more before coming to any real conclusions, LG is quick to say it'll compete, if not outperform, the Galaxy S6. The sensor itself is bigger than the G3, and the f1.8 aperture lets in 80% more light. It's still got the laser autofocus, but the new toy in the box is the color spectrum sensor that's just beneath the flash. The idea is that it takes a look at the scene and gathers information on the white balance in a way that no other smartphone, and most cameras in general, are able to do. And that should mean more accurate color reproduction in all kinds of light. A couple other fun features include higher resolution panoramas and a full manual mode. And the gesture shot for taking selfies will now snap 4 in sequence, so you can be sure to get that perfect goofy face. On the software side, the G4 is running Android 5.1 with a new custom interface. It's always kind of been the area that left a lot of room for improvement, but improve it has, and it's gotten a more material design look and feel. Purists probably still won't dig it, but it's definitely a continued improvement from LG. And LG is quick to point out its new fast photo gallery. The fact that Chrome is the only baked-in browser, or at least before the US carriers get a hold of it. And it's got a new calendar app that'll suck in all your social accounts and let you drag and drop events all over the place. And finally, there's leather. We're still awaiting the details on how it'll be available and how much it'll cost, but the battery cover will come in leather. It uses a vegetable tanning process and has high-end stitching running down the middle, and it really does look and feel nice. It gives an entirely new personality to the phone. And it'll come in a number of colors. On the other backs, one is a metallic sort of look and feel on top of plastic, and the other uses ceramic paint. They certainly are nice, but nothing compares to pulling a leather phone out of your pocket and putting it down on a table in front of someone. So that's it in a nutshell, the new LG G4. It'll be hitting all the usual joints here in the US and around the world later this spring, and stay tuned for plenty more from us here at Android Central.